If you've been riding for a little while and something still feels off, I want you to listen closely to this because most riders who think they're just learning aren't actually bad riders at all. They're just doing a few things that instantly scream one word to everyone around them: noob. And before you get defensive, relax. Every single rider you respect today did at least a few of these. I know I did, probably more than I'd like to admit. What matters is recognizing them early, because these habits don't just make you look inexperienced, they quietly put you in danger. So let's talk about the 7 things only noob bikers do, and more importantly, how to stop doing them. Let's get into it. Number 1, gripping the motorcycle like it's trying to escape. You can spot this rider instantly. White knuckles clamped around the grips, arms locked straight, shoulders hunched up like they're bracing for impact. From the outside, it looks tense. From the inside, it feels worse. This usually comes from fear mixed with good intentions. New riders think holding on tighter equals more control. In reality, it does the exact opposite. Motorcycles are designed to self stabilize. The front end wants to track straight. The suspension wants to absorb bumps. The steering geometry is constantly correcting tiny movements you never consciously notice. But when you death grip the bars, you interrupt all of that. Every crack in the pavement gets transmitted directly into your arms. Your stiff muscles react to it. You make tiny steering inputs without realizing it. The bike starts to feel twitchy, not because it is, but because you're feeding it noise. Then something dangerous happens. You interpret that nervous feeling as proof that you should grip harder. Now, you're locked in a feedback loop. Tension creates instability. Instability creates fear. Fear creates more tension. Experienced riders break that loop by doing something that feels counterintuitive at first. They relax. Loose hands. Bent elbows. Grip the tank lightly with the legs. Let the bars move under you instead of fighting them. That doesn't mean being careless or floppy. It means allowing the bike to do the job it was engineered to do. Here's a simple test. If your forearms are pumped and burning after a short ride, that's not normal beginner fatigue. That's excess tension. Relaxed riders last longer. They react faster, they make smoother inputs. And here's the part most people miss. Relaxed riding actually looks confident even before skill catches up, because the bike stops looking nervous. Let go a little. The bike will thank you. Number 2, staring directly at what scares you. This is one of the most dangerous beginner habits because it doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. A car waiting at an intersection, a curb during a slow U-turn, gravel near the shoulder, a guardrail halfway through a corner. Your eyes lock onto the threat, not because you want to hit it, but because you're trying to avoid it. And then the bike drifts right toward it. That's not coincidence. That's physics mixed with human wiring. Motorcycles go where your eyes go. Your hands follow your vision, even when you swear they're not moving. Tiny pressure changes at the bars add up. The bike tracks exactly where your attention is aimed. New riders look at danger. Experienced riders look past danger. They spot the threat early, acknowledge it, then immediately shift their focus to the solution. Open space, clear road, the exit of the turn, the path they want the bike to take. That's the difference. If you've ever felt like the bike was pulling towards something you didn't want to hit, it probably wasn't the bike at all. It was your eyes dragging it there. This habit shows up most at low speeds and in tight situations, parking lots, U-turns, stop and go traffic, because there's less margin for error. Your vision choices matter more. Here's a rule that fixes this fast. Look where you want to end up, not where you're afraid of going. Force yourself to turn your head. Exaggerate it if you have to. The bike will follow. Master this, and suddenly turns feel easier, obstacles feel smaller, and panic moments lose their power. Vision isn't just seeing, it's steering. Number 3, riding in the wrong gear all the time. This one is subtle, but experienced riders notice it immediately. The bike is lugging, or screaming, or jerking on throttle, or sounding uncomfortable, even if the rider looks calm. What's really happening isn't aggression or recklessness, it's uncertainty. New riders often pick a gear and just stay there. Shifting feels like extra work. They don't want to think about it. So they tolerate an engine that's unhappy because that feels safer than changing something. But motorcycles are not cars. They're built to live in a wider RPM range. They want to be shifted. They want the engine to stay in its happy zone. Lugging the engine at low RPM feels smooth at first, but it creates vibration and stress. Revving too high all the time feels exciting, but it adds unnecessary noise and fatigue. Neither is ideal. Smooth riders are constantly making small gear adjustments without thinking about it. Not because they're racing, but because they're listening. If throttle response feels jumpy, the gear is wrong. If the engine sounds strained, the gear is wrong. If acceleration feels weak, the gear is wrong. The gearbox isn't something to survive, it's a tool. Once shifting becomes automatic, the entire ride smooths out. Throttle control improves, stops feel cleaner, starts feel easier, and the bike stops feeling like it has a mind of its own. Listen to the engine, it's always giving feedback. Number 4, rushing every stop. This is one of the most visible noob habits and one of the most stressful to live with. Hard braking at the last second, forks diving, bike wobbling as speed drops, foot slamming down in a panic, awkward shuffle to regain balance. It feels chaotic because it is. What's missing here isn't bravery or talent, it's planning. New riders focus on stopping instead of finishing the stop. Experienced riders slow down early. They ease off speed well before the line. They finish most of their braking while the bike is still upright and stable. That last few feet? Calm, controlled, predictable. They already know which foot is going down. They already know where the bike will lean. There's no rush. Rushed stops usually mean one thing: low speed discomfort. Riders don't trust the bike when it's slow, so they try to get the stop over with as quickly as possible. But here's the truth: slow speed control is what makes fast riding safe, not the other way around. If stops feel stressful, that stress will leak into traffic, intersections, and tight spaces. And stress is where mistakes live. Practice slowing down smoothly. Practice finishing braking early. Practice rolling to a stop like it's intentional, not forced. When stops become calm, riding becomes calm. And calm riders stay upright. Number 5, sitting completely stiff in the saddle. This one doesn't get talked about enough, and it quietly holds riders back for years. You'll see it from behind, back straight like a plank, hips locked in place, upper body frozen. The motorcycle leans, reacts, absorbs bumps, and the rider stays rigid, like they're bolted to the seat. This stiffness usually comes from trying to do everything right. New riders focus so hard on staying upright, staying balanced, staying in control, that they forget the bike is meant to move under them. Here's the reality: you are not just sitting on the motorcycle, you are riding with it. Your body is part of the system, part of the suspension, part of the balance, part of the steering. When you sit stiff, every bump goes straight up your spine. Every lean feels exaggerated. Every turn feels heavier than it needs to be. The bike feels like work. Experienced riders look relaxed, not because they're careless, but because they're adaptable. They let their hips shift slightly in turns. They allow their torso to stay calm while the bike leans. They don't fight movement, they guide it. This doesn't mean hanging off or exaggerating body position. It means allowing natural motion instead of resisting it. If your lower back feels beat up after short rides, that's often stiffness. If every corner feels awkward, that's stiffness. If you feel like the bike is doing things to you instead of with you, stiffness again. Loosen your grip on the idea of perfect posture. Let your body move naturally. Stay connected, not rigid. A relaxed rider absorbs mistakes better. A stiff rider amplifies them. Number 6, relying on luck instead of space. This one is dangerous, not because it looks dramatic, but because it looks normal. Following cars too closely, sitting in blind spots, matching traffic speed without reading traffic behavior, trusting that drivers will do the right thing. New riders often don't realize they're doing this. They think they're just flowing with traffic. But what they're really doing is borrowing safety from other people. And that's a bad loan. Experienced riders assume two things at all times: drivers are distracted, drivers make mistakes. So instead of relying on trust, they rely on space. They leave following distance even when it feels awkward. They shift lane position to stay visible. They don't linger next to cars. They pass or drop back. They always know where their escape route is. That's not paranoia. That's preparation. Ask yourself this simple question while riding. If this car does something stupid right now, what's my move? If the answer is I don't know, you're riding on luck. Space buys you time. Time buys you options. Options keep you upright. New riders ride reactively. Experienced riders ride proactively. They don't wait for danger to appear. They position themselves so danger has fewer chances to matter. If your safety plan is hoping drivers see you, it's time to upgrade the plan. Thinking confidence comes from riding more miles. This is the biggest misconception in motorcycling, and it traps riders longer than any other habit. New riders think confidence comes from miles, from time, from just getting out there. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You can ride 10,000 miles reinforcing bad habits or 100 miles building good ones. Confidence doesn't come from repetition alone. It comes from control. Control at slow speed. Control at stops. Control during tight turns. Control when things don't go perfectly. That's why experienced riders still practice. Not because they're bad, because they understand how skill actually works. Parking lot drills aren't embarrassing. Avoiding them is. Emergency braking, U-turns, slow figure eights, smooth starts and stops. These aren't beginner things. They're foundation things. New riders avoid practice because it feels boring, awkward, or exposing. But skipping practice doesn't save pride. It delays progress. And here's the good news. Every single habit in this video is fixable. None of them mean you're a bad rider. They just mean you're early in the journey. If you recognized yourself in a few of these, that's a win. Awareness is the first real upgrade. Good riders aren't the ones who pretend they've arrived. They're the ones who stay humble enough to keep improving. And that's what we do here on Autozium. Ride smart, ride smooth, and don't rush the process. You've got time.